Hi folks, Will from MinIO here, and in this video I'm going to show off a little bit about MinIO Subnet. That is our centralized support platform. It's a great tool. Anybody who has a license or a paid license with us is going to have access to this subnet platform. It's a really incredible tool for getting support for your MinIO installation. Let me go ahead and show you some of the features. When you log into Subnet, this is the interface that you're going to land on. This is your deployments for your organization. And the organization I'm working with here is an internal organization that we have for testing and things of that nature. But take a look. Right here at the top, you can see my demo deployment that I have running locally on my system. This is actually reporting all of its details up to subnet.min.io. But if you don't want your instance to call home, it's not required. That said, if you would like to register your MinIO deployment, it's as easy as doing a simple MinIO command line client call. And what we're doing here is just calling this register call. Note, it gives you an API key. It's going to make it part of your deployment. It's going to be tracked on Subnet. It's fantastic. And what you really need to know about this command is this alias on the end. You're going to change that out for one of the aliases that you've already set up in your MinIO command line client. In my case, I have a demo alias, and that's what I used to do my registration. Right there. Now, the next thing I want to do is I want to see some diagnostics. Yes, I can see that I've got a server, and I've got a single drive, and I've got one server pool. This is a very simple demo that I've got running here. But it's running on the very latest version of MinIO that was available when I recorded this, and it's now licensed as part of my organization. So what I want to do now is I want to get some diagnostics. Now, if I don't have the diagnostics directly available, I can use this MC support diag alias. My alias happens to be demo -- air gap, and that will generate a gzipped JSON file that I can then upload. So let me go ahead and do that. And there it is right there. That is my demo health. I'm going to go ahead and open that up, and we're going to upload that. Uploads happens very quickly. Now there's a few failed checks, so I can already see that I've got a couple of issues here. So what are my failures? Well, I only have one CPU core. I don't have all the performance features available on the CPUs because I'm running that actually in a Docker container. And my server process, it's running as root. That's something that we warn you about. The big one, of course, is that TLS is not enabled. Of course, again, I'm running just a very simple demo, so TLS was not going to be enabled there. But I can also get information about the logs, if I have any logs to display. If I need to enable that, MC support logs enable demo, again, would be my alias. And then, of course, here's my profile. I can run a profile anytime that I want, get any information that I want, and I can get all of this wonderful detail about how my platform is running. This profiling tool is generally for developers. It's not really something you'd run all the time. So I've got all of this great detail about this deployment, and I can see when something goes wrong. Now, if I happen to have any issues with all of this, it's very easy for me to raise an issue. So I just go to this issues page. I can search for or create an issue. Very easy to do. As you can see here, there's a few issues here that have already been set up by my colleagues here. Things like how does replication work? And then I immediately got this great answer back from my various coworkers, Echo and Kanapan and so on and so forth. Now, how do I know who I'm getting my details from? Well, you can always see who is actually responding to things. Also note, this 12 up here in the top tells me how many engineers are currently online on Subnet. So this tells me that somebody is always watching. I can get my notifications turned on or turned off. If I have any alerts coming from my cluster, I can find it there. Also, let me note this. We do have this panic button available that you can click on. Now, you don't want to click on this because you ate an underripe banana. This is for a severe outage that's impacting your entire company and you need immediate attention from the MinIO engineers. Click the button, the engineers will be notified. If you are an enterprise subscriber, you have unlimited times that you can click on this panic button. If you are a standard subscriber, you can click on it one time per year. And so that's really a little bit of everything that you can see with our Subnet online centralized support platform. You can see everything that you need to see in your entire organization. As you can see here, you can see individual deployments, you can get diagnostics, you can run profiles, you can get logs, and last but not least, if you want to leave us some feedback, you can also leave feedback right here. on how are we doing. And that's everything that you might want to know about using Subnet. I hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough of our Subnet platform. If you'd like to reach out to us, you can use any of the methods you see here on the screen. You can chat with us interactively on slack.min.io or send us an email at hello@min.io. I hope you've enjoyed our little tour of Subnet, and we look forward to hearing from you.